So, UFC 279 last night, absolutely no surprises there for me. Khamzat did his best Colby Covington impression, turning heel. It was quite embarrassing, to be honest with you, given the week that had just transpired. But the real standout for the night was Joe Rogan for me. Joe Rogan got in and did the after-fight interview with Khamzat, who was hooting and hollering like a fucking nutcase. And he put it up to him. He put it up to him about missing weight, and he pressed him on it, and he grilled him on it, and he wouldn't let him go. Let's take a look.
You came into this fight far overweight. What was that all about?
I don't care about that, bro. I killed that guy. Gotta go for everybody. I can't have right here. Let's come now. Give it to both guys who last year. I fight the both of them.
I know you don't care about that now, but if you want to compete for the welterweight title, it's important that they know that you can make 170 pounds.
Yes,
so why?
Of course I believe. I can take everything from you guys.
I believe that, Khamzat, but imagine if this was a fight for the title and you came in 8 pounds over, it wouldn't have taken place.
I'm going to stop it there because not only did he ask him once, twice, he actually kept going 3 times. A normal interview, if that was Michael Bisping or Daniel Cormier, would they have left him off just because they were impressed with his rapid takedown against Kevin Holland? That wasn't surprising to me. He was extremely tenacious. He went across that ring, covered ground. The display of martial arts and jiu-jitsu and wrestling was absolutely incredible. I have to say that. And I probably do have to eat my own words in terms of what I was saying about Nate Diaz. After seeing Nate Diaz and Tony Ferguson fight, which I enjoyed the fight. I thought it was 2 legends. It was what it was. It was entertaining. I didn't have my heart up in my mouth expecting my guy Nate Diaz to get smashed by Khamzat. If Khamzat had fought him, I think that he would have actually destroyed him. But it's MMA, it's UFC, and we don't actually have a clue what could have transpired. But anyhow, Joe Rogan is the real winner out of this for me, because I don't think Khamzat should have been left off. I don't think he should have been left off because he put in a brilliant display last night. I think he should be pressed, and pressed even harder. And I don't like the narrative that's going around that, oh, he's turned heel and let's get him together with Colby Covington and really fight this out. I actually think it's a little bit more sinister than that. I think it's a little bit more bitter than that and a little bit more deep-rooted than just deciding to be a heel. It's more of a fuck you to the UFC, fuck you to the Western world, and fuck you, I'm coming to take everything from you.
I'm coming for everyone. I kill everybody. Allahu Akbar.
And that mentality seems to be built in, and it's kind of overflowing in this really erratic display of emotions in the aftermath of winning against Kevin Holland last night. You know, he's screaming, I'm going to kill everybody. I'm coming to take everything you have. Okay. Is that a premeditated heel, or is that how I feel normally and you've booed me because I've missed weight, so now I'm going to really express and I don't give a flying fuck what it is? I think it could be that. I think it could be that. We'll see. We'll see. I know a lot of these fighters play the game extremely well in terms of political correctness, and I know that Khamzat is extremely well tutored because he wants the money. He's talking about millions here. He's going to play the game. But let's not be fooled about how he really feels. He's coming to kill and he's coming to take what's yours. Who's he talking about? Who's he talking about? Is he talking about the welterweight champion? Is he talking about the middleweight champion? Is he talking about people in general? We don't know. But it was aggressive. We know that for 100% fact. And it did not deter Joe Rogan, which surprised me last night to see how abrasive he was with Khamzat. And given the week that transpired with the inexplicable weight missing and then the bollocksing around backstage, I think this guy, man, he missed a beat here. I think that the UFC shills are covering it up, going, oh, we have a new heel in town. Yeah, we've got a new heel. Let's get him in the ring there with Colby Covington. It's like, hold up a second. Hold up a second. You know, when Conor McGregor was acting the bollocks backstage, fucking trolleys through windows, he was arrested. Now, I'm not saying that he's in the same league as Conor McGregor. I don't think he ever will be. But let's keep that same energy. Let's keep that same energy with Khamzat. And let's not be afraid of him and what he represents. Absolutely not. Khamzat threw out the line last night. Everyone's booing me, but you all really love me. Dude, everyone loved you until a few weeks ago. Everyone loved you. And if we're talking about his skill set, which was masterfully on display last night, then we have to think about the nuances of UFC. Okay, so Kevin Holland was preparing for a striking bout on short notice. We change opponent within 24 hours, and now he's got to deal with wrestling, which he's absolutely brutal at. But he did a really good job trying to roll out a lot of these takedowns. The tenacity levels were through the roof. And Khamzat is really good at what he does. And I've also heard people say, listen, if he just sticks to the game plan and does what he's best at in terms of wrestling, takedowns, and jiu-jitsu, then he's going to destroy everybody. That might be the case. I don't think he left Gilbert Burns up off the ground and went, okay, let's not wrestle. I think that he faced some serious pushback when he tried to take down Gilbert Burns, a really high-level jiu-jitsu practitioner. And I think that his gas tank was emptying the more he was trying it. This fight lasted 2 minutes. I don't even know how long it lasted against Kevin Holland. How many times was his gas tank mentioned by Joe Rogan and Daniel Cormier in the commentator's box? Because he put so much energy into that burst right at the beginning. Could he have kept that energy up? If we are to apply the MMA IQ, then we look at his last fight. He couldn't keep the energy up. So are we to believe that he could have kept that energy going for 5 rounds against Kevin Holland? If Kevin Holland had had a full camp training to stuff takedowns, training for wrestling, would it have been a different case? There's so many factors and nuances that go into the UFC fight, and especially the Khamzat Chimaev fights. It's a guessing game at this stage. One thing we know, he is a beast, he's tenacious. We also know that his gas tank isn't great, and we saw that against Gilbert Burns. We also know that he can get hit. He can get hit on the feet very easily. And we also know that when he faces solid adversary in takedowns, he changes plan mid-fight, which he has to apologize to his coaches for as well in the aftermath. So we know exactly. What does that mean going forward if he has to fight Colby Covington? I don't know. But it'd be one hell of a fight. I'll tell you that, and I'll watch it. What does it mean in the context of UFC279 in terms of how he presented himself all week, how he fought, and even in the aftermath in the interview with Joe Rogan? I think Joe Rogan grilled him and smashed him harder than he has ever been smashed before. People talked about when he locks onto you, he doesn't let go. He's like a pit bull. Well, I'll tell you one thing. Joe Rogan was like a pit bull last night, and he did not leave it go. So Joe, props to you. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Cheers.